What's up, everybody? Welcome to Puck Nation Podcast. I'm Mimo, that's Yanni, that's Mike. We're the three buddies that sit down at a table around here and we talk hockey. Guys, what's up?
What's up?
Everybody
What
good?
is up, man? Life's
Good.
crazy. We're
Yeah.
talking about Mimo turning into a country star. What else is going on over here?
Me, a country star. Mike, can you hear me talking like a country
Give me some
star?
Tennessee whiskey, bro.
I think he would be a
Tennessee
successful.
whiskey.
You see it?
See?
I don't know how to do it.
Done.
That strawberry wine. Like that?
Dude,
Exactly.
double plat right there.
It's
can't
it.
do
Done.
No. I'm a rock and roller, man.
We're gonna, instead of being jelly roll, we're gonna be like cinnamon bun.
Jelly roll. There's all kinds of fucking jelly rolls over here. Yeah. I told you I'm changing my name
I
from
think we're
21 gun salute to 26 and a half gun salute.
I think it's going to be young
When I get back on stage.
cannoli.
man.
I think cannoli is a good one.
Yeah, really. You guys good? Everything good? Yeah?
Yeah,
Watching
man.
some playoffs?
Been watching a little bit of the
Yeah.
debacle. Yeah.
Good. We're gonna get to it. We're gonna get to all the matchups, and we're gonna get to those fucking monkeys that I cheer for, the 50 whatever years that I've been cheering for. I'll talk about that. Yeah, you can laugh, Mike. It's all
No,
good.
It's sad, man.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about your team because you guys
Yeah.
are on fire. I don't know what the fuck happened.
Yeah, I
but
know. We
all of a
just,
sudden you're freaking everybody out. But before we do, I want to say thank you very much to my dear friends over at Music Red One. These guys are they're like pretty much the top guys. They might here in
Yep.
Montreal.
yeah, they're like pretty much the quickest growing store.
Yeah, they're the
around.
biggest growing store. Musical needs, the podcast needs, DJ, especially DJ needs, and everything else. Microphones, MI, everything, right? Guitars, everything.
Yeah.
They're over at 2069 Chartier in Dorval. And you can give them a shout at 514-225-2226. You go see my buddies, Sergio, Tommy, and James. You tell them that Puck Nation sent you. And I guarantee you, I give you my personal guarantee, they will treat you with the kid gloves.
The
Right?
Mimo guarantee.
Yeah, you
That's
get
like the
Mimo
Messier
guarantee.
guarantee.
It's like the Mark Messier guarantee. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mark Messier, he guaranteed a win. He got it. Scored a hat trick too, the prick. What a player.
the moose.
The big moose. The original moose. You know what? Let's stick to that. Okay?
Yeah,
Segue.
Yeah.
The moose. Now there's a new moose.
Segway.
There's another moose now. And he's in fucking Dallas. And
Yeah.
goddamn is he a moose.
Fucking beast.
Dude,
What is
a
happening?
what this guy's on fire.
He's possessed.
3 points a night.
I know. He just like, I'm gonna get 3 points today.
Yeah.
Why not?
Is
Yeah.
this consistent, though?
I'm gonna get
You
3
You think you keep doing it?
Wow. He's
Look,
he's got
he's
that
doing it.
look.
I know.
Do you remember, speaking of the look, do you remember when Ovechkin had that look? And we
Yep.
all said
Yeah.
during the season, like, guys, he's on a mission.
Yeah, you can
Right?
just tell.
And then
Yeah.
Matthew
You know,
Tkachuk.
And then Matthew Tkachuk
Kachuk
last year.
McKinnon.
They just get that killer instinct.
They have
thing.
this thing where they're
Even
like,
Kill McCarr that year had it. I
Yeah.
remember.
the-
Yeah.
But last year, like more recently, Matthew Tkachuk.
Matthew Tkachuk.
he had it.
He was on a mission. He was on a
He
mission.
was
and
like,
he did it.
I'm winning this no matter what.
Yeah,
kind of thing.
man. Yeah.
That
There's
same
some
look
guys
that Patrick
can do that.
Laine had, right?
Yeah, okay.
Guys, there's some guys that can switch it, man. There's guys that can just turn it on and turn it off. You know what I mean? Look, Mike, you and I were talking before this afternoon when we were just chilling. I'm talking about Connor Brown. You guys, Connor
Yeah,
Brown. Dude, he
yeah.
was in Toronto. He was in Ottawa. Good player. Good player. Good, whatever. Third, fourth line player. Good player. There's something about Connor Brown when he gets to the playoffs. He turns into fucking Wayne Gretzky's sister. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, he just turns it
Playoff
on.
guy.
He's a playoff guy. There's been guys like that in the past. Like they do,
Yeah,
they do
man.
dick all year, and then
Yeah,
they get to the
and then all
playoffs
of a
and it's
sudden
like,
you're
boom.
like,
You know,
Mhm.
Yeah, it's
It's very
nuts.
true.
There's guys that can do that. And
give me those guys all day.
every day, man. These hardworking guys. But Rantanen, Christ, a hat trick here, a hat trick there, 3 points here, 3 points.
Wow.
Like it's almost like he's saying to the rest of the league, I didn't want to leave Colorado.
It's mine.
This is what it is. This is what you guys did. This is what I become. This is what I. And guys, I don't know if you saw. I don't know if you're on Twitter. I'm on Twitter X or whatever the hell it's called now.
Yeah.
Nazem Kadri, who I love. Remember? And I
Oh
told
my
you,
God, I know exactly what you're talking
You
about.
see what he tweeted out a picture.
You never
of
get
him
rid of
and
the
Rantanen?
dogs.
And he's holding the cup. They're both holding. He's like, you never get rid of the dogs,
He's right.
dude.
He's not wrong.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong. What's Toronto missing? What's Toronto missing?
They had him.
Fucking dogs. That's what we're missing, right? You know?
Yeah, they had him and they fucking threw him out
And
of there.
they got him out because he was being stupid. And you know what? At the time, I kind of agreed with it. I'm like, you can't keep doing that. You can't keep doing that. You know what I mean? You can't.
Yeah. Well, I mean, your guy brought him to Calgary, so maybe he can bring him back.
Well,
to
apparently
Toronto.
they tried and they said he's not even available. So
Yeah.
forget it. Take that one out of your head.
Yeah.
It's not happening. You know. So look, I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. You know, he Rantanen, going back to Rantanen, he's on fire. He's on fire. He's everything right now.
It just seems like he's just doing it at will.
Mike, when you have a team
Yeah,
with Jamie
like-
Benn and with Tyler Seguin and with Matt Duchene and with Robertson and whatever and Heiskanen and whatever, and we're not talking about them.
Yeah.
Okay, we're not talking about them.
Yeah.
Okay,
Well, Heiskanen hasn't even played.
apparently he's playing tonight. He's on
I
the
know.
First
on the
game
lineup
tonight.
This is what I'm saying. One
Apparently
of their
he's playing tonight.
stars, the stars start.
Yeah, no, but
Yeah. And
And-
Robertson, I think, just came back, right? Last game.
I
Last game or the game before.
Yeah.
so my point is, we're not even talking about them.
Yeah.
I mean, listen to the names I said to you.
Yeah.
You know, when Colorado lost, McKinnon, the first thing he said is like they didn't have two of their best players. They didn't have Robertson, their top scorer,
And Heiskanen.
and they didn't have Heiskanen, and we still couldn't beat him. That's a
crazy.
shot at fucking Sakic and whatever his name is.
Yeah.
Okay. Lusty, whatever his name is, the guy. I mean, come on, that's a shot. You know it, and I know it. That's a shot.
Of course
Right?
it is. Of course it is.
So
And
Dallas, man, look out, baby, because they're coming. They're coming fucking hard, man.
So, random question.
Yeah.
I have the Rantanen signed jersey with Colorado.
So you can wipe your ass with it.
What's the value of it?
No, I think it'll actually be worth money.
No, it's gotta be
Probably.
worth something. It's gotta make his name be on the cup. If his name is
Yeah.
on the cup, oh Yanni, come on.
Names on the cup. Go call up framework.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
next
yeah,
day.
yeah.
Hey,
The guy's name is on the cup, man. And
unrivaled.
You
Hey,
remember, I was here when we saw that one.
you put that guy's name on the cup, and everything changes. Bro.
That clown that gave me
Yeah.
the fucking Rantanen jersey and the Kucherov jersey for $400. Remember? Signed. What the fuck?
Hey, listen,
listen,
there's always a fool, right? There's
Yeah.
always a fool.
but he's
He's tearing it up.
When your team is so deep that Tyler Seguin and Jamie Benn
know.
are not on your first
I
line,
know.
it's like you're in a pretty
That's what
good
I'm
spot.
saying. It's like we're not, we're not just saying, fucking Nemo and Mike here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is fucking Tyler Seguin, Jamie Benn, dude.
And Matt Duchene.
Yeah.
and Matt Duchene.
It's a
I
tough
was like,
team.
hey guys, yeah, you're
80-point player at 37, 36, whatever.
second line.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So power to them. I mean, they're the ones, Mike. If you get through Vegas, which it looks like you're gonna get through Vegas.
Yeah.
Um.
that's going to be a war beyond wars.
And I'm
against
going to
Dallas.
get to you guys.
But before we do,
Yeah.
the unsung hero. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but Thomas Harley, guys.
Thomas Harley.
Our guest had talked about this
I
kid.
know. I
Yeah.
know.
All right.
He's
Everybody,
good.
nobody knew this kid.
He's
Yeah.
good, man.
And Jeff Grzakos called him. He said it. He said, this kid's going to be a stud.
He's good. He's really good. He's really good.
Yeah, and of course, in this whole discussion, we didn't even mention the Winnipeg Jets once. Their opponent.
Nah,
right
Not
Well,
yet,
we're
not
going to
yet.
get to them
Yeah.
because I
Not
have
yet.
them written down. So,
Yeah.
so we're talking Dallas. They're going to talk to them.
Yeah.
They're playing tonight. Now, again, the Winnipeg Jets have not won a game outside of Winnipeg. Okay, which is okay because you can win 16 games and still, not win a game on the road.
'Cause of the
and,
home
and-
ice,
Yeah,
yeah.
and then you still win the cup because they have home ice throughout the whole thing. But when you have a three-time, what's going to be a three-time Vezina goalie winner, Vezina trophy winner in net, and that happens, I got to give it to him. The overtime games and whatever, he was there. He was there. Okay, you got to look, give credit where credit is due. He was there. Okay, but do you trust that?
Mm.
He hasn't shown that he's a gamer.
He's not.
He hasn't.
I don't feel like the guys go out there and play like, all right, I could go and play a little bit more dangerous because he's got my back.
Because he doesn't have their
No,
back.
but you know what I'm talking about, right?
Of course.
That
And
feeling
the
of
freedom that you get, it's funny because you say that because like we had that Puck Nation podcast, what do you call it? Chat, whatever.
Yeah.
And I got into a little bit of a debate with my dear friend Gabby Arish, who's been a guest with us before. And Gabby tells me, because we were talking about the Leafs and all that. Obviously, we talk about the Leafs. We're both Leafs fans. And I'm saying, dude, you can't fucking play a game like they played in Game 4, right? And Gabby's like, oh man, you're always so negative. God damn it, stop it. Now, this is the debate I had with Gabby, and you guys are here. Am I being negative because I'm stating true facts? Right? Okay, is it negative to say that Austin Matthews needs to start scoring goals because he's got 2 goals in the last 15 playoff games?
Not,
Am I being negative?
not at
No.
his
Am I being
salary and
negative?
expectation.
Exactly. Am I being negative when I say that Mitch Marner should throw a body check every fucking death of a pope? How's
I
that?
mean, oh,
Okay.
he's good for one.
Yeah, so the Pope died fucking 2 weeks ago. Throw a fucking body check, you loser. No, right?
Yeah.
Am I crazy for saying that? Okay. Am I saying to say that your goalie, either Stolars or Wall, should not let in a fucking lemon every goddamn game?
Yeah,
Am I crazy?
that-
So am I being pessimist? Am I being?
No,
Am I?
you're being
or
objective,
I'm speaking truth.
and that's the problem. A lot of people have to look through fan
Okay.
blinders.
Exactly. Am
Yeah.
I being negative when I say, bro, 5 of your bottom 6 forwards don't have a goal?
Yeah.
Max Domi has one.
I feel like they found their real identity, though.
Yeah, losers.
What? No, what you said. We're gonna let up that one soft goal. We're gonna every game.
Dude,
the
it's like
same
every
fucking
fucking
thing.
game. Every game. You know what? A couple days ago, I saw Ekblad grabbed Tavares by the jersey like, and punched him 3 times, and Tavares did this. He just turned like this. Bro, who the fuck raised you? Who fucking raised you, bro? Who raised you? If somebody does that to me now, today, in a fucking store,
It's over.
you'll lose your head. I'll take your head off. Who the fuck raised you, man?
The worst part is I could see it.
Yeah, I know. Me too.
Loose cannon.
Yeah.
You saw what I anyway,
saw-
let's
I
not even
saw-
go because
yeah.
that I might get arrested for that. So you know what I'm talking about. Okay? Who the fuck raised you, bro? Who raised you, man?
Yeah.
I mean, come on. I have a bit of, and what I said before about Kadri. What are we missing? We're missing some fight. We're missing
Yeah.
some bite. We're
Grit.
missing, we're missing some of that oomph, right?
Sandpaper.
Sandpaper. These guys are coming in now. They're cracking everybody. Dude, Chris Tanev has been hit 71 times in 2 series.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
The next closest guy is at 43.
Mhm.
You hear me? 71.
It's crazy.
That's fucking nuts. What does that mean? That means they're coming in and they're hitting you.
That's right. And there's no
And
consequence.
There's no. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Now they're taking all the referees. Mike, you know me a long time. Referees, it always evens up at the end. Yes, they might miss a call and whatever. Look, they gave Domi a $5,000 fine, which is probably the fucking change he has in his pocket. And he goes, here you go, right? Because of the cross check, and you know what? Rightfully so. Personally, he should have got suspended.
Yeah.
You don't do that. That first of all, from behind, that's a cowardly move. You don't do that. You should get suspended. Okay.
Mhm.
But did everybody see the Kulikov elbow to Marner
That was
to the
ugly.
head?
Yeah.
Why isn't he getting suspended, or why isn't he getting a fine, or why isn't he getting a penalty? Explain that one to me.
It was
So is it because I'm a
tariffs.
Leafs fan and negative all the time?
Tariffs.
Tariffs. It was a beautiful day. It was a beautiful day.
Fucking tariffs.
It was a beautiful day.
No, but yeah, I know, I agree. But look, since we're on the Leafs now, we'll get back to the Oilers in a minute.
We're
Yeah.
gonna do the whole night.
But as far as the Leafs are concerned, it's just the same old. It's the repeating, and hoping for a different result.
Exactly.
And guess what? That different result's not going to
It's
come.
not gonna happen.
It's only going to come when you stop repeating.
Thank you. So now, again, Mike, I'm gonna ask the same question. So am I being negative? Because look, I love Gabby, and he was trying to make a point. He's like, dude, stop being so negative. And again, I'm gonna say it, Gab, prove me wrong, man. Prove me wrong.
Listen, I had to endure how many years?
Oh my God.
Of the Edmonton Oilers in the toilet.
Well, these guys, how about
And
Yanni,
I
you
have-
fucking
yeah,
Canadians?
yeah. But people talk about, you had the Gretzky era, you have the McDavid era. No one talks about that time in between. No one talks
Exactly.
about the Ryan Smith era.
Well,
No
they
one
got
talks
there.
Yeah,
They got
you
there.
got there one time.
What a dog
When
that
they
guy.
brought in Pronger, and I loved Ryan Smith. He's
Dude,
one of
give
my
me 20,
favorite players.
Give me 20 Ryan Smiths.
but
don't make
but
them
we
like
had to go deal with all these guys that were there at that time, and then we transitioned into the whole Eberle and Hall
Yeah,
and
yeah,
all
yeah.
that.
All
And you
those
know what
first
that
round
was?
draft
A
picks
bunch,
that did
bunch of
nothing.
first round
Yeah.
picks, and we sat there and
And did
just
nothing.
tanked and
Yeah.
tanked
And-
and tanked.
Neil
Tank,
Yakupov and
and
Taylor
tank,
Hall
and
and
tank.
fucking
The worst part is the one that was the least hyped turned out to be the guys you guys stuck with.
Nugent Hopkins.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And he was like the
The
leftover.
black sheep.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
he
yeah.
stuck it out. But without getting off the Leafs just yet,
No, it's okay.
just to say, the Oilers had to learn that they had to change.
Of course you have to
They
change.
had to change. They had
Mike.
to not keep doing this same thing
That's
over
my
and over
point,
again.
bro. That's my point. It's 9 years of this. Shanahan, bro, take off your fucking glasses. You can't
Yeah.
see? Fucking Ray Charles could see.
No.
Stop it, man. Stop it. It's bullshit. And everybody asks me, they're gonna sign Marner. It depends. If they make it, yes, they will sign him because it's a how do you say?
Dude.
It's a reward. If they don't, fuck you.
Look.
Get out of here. Go throw that money at that number 23.
Well, that's what I was about to say.
throw the money at
You
nice.
cannot possibly
They're not gonna.
sign Mitch Marner if it even remotely risks losing knives.
Of course.
Like
Of
you can, because
course.
if you do, dude. There's going to be offer sheets galore
Of
on
course.
knives.
There's a
Apparently,
team.
Philadelphia's already fucking breakdancing. Woo!
Well, hold on. There's a team just, where we live.
Down to 401. Yeah.
That would be glad to take a
There's
guy
going to
like
be he's going to get multiple offer sheets.
Yeah.
like
Of course.
it's
Of course.
so like you got
There's-
to be ready to pay him.
There's rumors that he might want to go play in the States, Mike.
Yeah,
Rumors. I don't know. Listen, where there's smoke, there's fire, right?
but the bottom line is that being the age he is, where his contract is, they have the right to match.
Of course. Of
So
course,
whether
of
he
course.
wants to be in the States or not, he
Right
doesn't
now,
get
he has
to make
shut
that
up.
choice.
Yeah, exactly. Not right now. Yeah.
So, but just as an example,
Yeah.
if Daniel Briere decides,
I'm
going
gonna
to
throw-
offer him $13
Of
million.
course. Well, that's
Now, now you've gone and paid Marner
no.
and you've re-signed
You
Tavares.
can't. You can't.
You can't.
What are you going to do?
You can't. You can't.
What are you going to do?
Unless
That's what I'm telling you. In my opinion, they have to settle Matthew Nyes before they do Marner.
And Tavares, I think, is going to be a team-friendly deal of like
Tavares is going to stay for $7-8 million, dude.
7-8 million. You think he's
dude,
going to go that high?
Yes, he's.
That's
Yanni,
not a team-friendly
Yanni,
deal.
Yanni, yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yanni,
That's not a team-friendly
Yanni,
deal, bro.
what are you giving your top guy in Montreal?
7-8, exactly.
Okay, no. How many points does he have?
90.
Yeah, but,
And how many points does
but he's also
Tavares have?
playing on Toronto.
Yeah, so
You guys have like top 6.
doesn't matter. Doesn't make dude because
They're on the ice all game.
because it dictates. It dictates, right? All those 90-point guys.
I know, but
it
Nick,
dictates.
but in fairness, Nick Suzuki's fucking 25.
Obviously.
Like, Tavares is
No, Mike,
36.
I'm
Yeah.
saying point wise, it dictates,
Yeah.
man.
You know what I'm saying is a guy like
course.
I don't know, Giordano was signing at 1 million team
Yeah.
friendly.
Giordano was a fucking
Bro,
wheelchair on skates.
You want to possibly try winning a fucking cup? Tavares still hasn't won a cup.
Bro, Tavares won't fucking see.
No,
I'm
but-
gonna win a cup before Tavares. Get out of your fucking mind, Tavares win a cup, bro. Get out of here.
No,
Where you
but-
fucking going?
Like, well,
These
but this
monkeys.
is why I asked me
What?
if you really want to make a change.
Yeah.
Like if Shanahan or whoever, Tree Living, really wanted to make a change,
Mhm.
wouldn't you let the both of them go and
Yes.
start from scratch?
Mike, you're
Yeah.
asking me
Yeah.
or you're asking Brad Tree Living?
Sign Nyes and tell the two of them,
Get the
see
fuck
you
out of here.
later.
Yeah, exactly.
And you have Willie, and you can give Austin Matthews a bit of rope
Well,
to
he's
see what
already signed.
happens.
He's already signed.
Yeah,
Could
but
hang himself.
but at the end
Fuck.
of if he keeps doing this, you got to trade him at some point.
Dude,
At some point, you got
nothing
trade
in
him.
the playoffs. Zero in
He's
the
a
playoffs.
0 in the playoffs.
Nick Keeler's fucking 20,
Same
30
thing.
goals every year. What does he do in the playoffs? He falls asleep.
Yeah, but
That's what
Nick
I mean.
Keeler's doesn't make $14 million. You know what I mean?
But you know,
Yeah,
no,
but
I,
yeah.
look, I understand that, Mike.
You're giving him the rope, and that's exactly what he's doing.
He's gonna fucking hang himself.
Yeah.
Look, and don't fucking anybody tell me, oh, he's hurt and his hand and his wrist and his
Please.
fucking ass and this and that. Stop it with this shit. Oh, but he's playing the best hockey of his life, dude. You are paid to score. You're yes or no? You're the best fucking goal scorer on earth.
When I hear about these guys talking about I played with a stub toe,
Yeah,
I say, well, Victor Hedman just played a series
with
with
a broken leg.
leg.
Exactly.
And he
Tim
still did
Horton.
well.
Remember Tim Horton?
Yeah,
He's famous for playing with a fucking broken leg.
Yeah. Bobby Orr,
Yeah, I know.
like,
I know.
look,
Don't even.
but like, and even more recently, the last time the Habs made the final, Carey Price and Shea Weber were
I
being
know,
kept together
busted.
with tape.
With tape. I know.
You know
Exactly.
what I mean? Like literally,
Don't
they
give
were
me that
both.
No, because
Both of their careers ended
these
after that.
fucking people, man.
It's
Oh, but
like-
he's this and he's that. You know what? Stop with this bullshit. Stop with
Yeah.
this fucking bullshit. When you're paid fucking $13.2 million a year and you score 69 goals a season, you have to have more than 2 and 15 in the playoffs.
Hmm.
Stop it. Stop it with this
Yeah.
shit. You have so. And another thing, before we let go of the Leafs and whatever, okay? Is it fair to say, guys, which is what I said this on the chat too with Gabby? Is it fair to say that Stolars or Wall has to steal a game to get through the Florida?
Absolutely.
1,000,000%.
Did everybody watch Game 4?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He and I'm probably get fucking hit by lightning, but was saying this. He was phenomenal in fucking Game 4.
Wall, yeah,
Yeah, he was right.
And
That
they-
was the game he had to steal.
and they laid an egg for
Dude,
him.
they
did
went into
nothing
the
for
third
him.
period with a 1-goal lead. The Florida Panthers did right. We were down 1, right? They couldn't score a fucking goal.
Mm.
That's the goal that you need. That's the game that you needed to steal, and you couldn't do it. You can't do it.
Mm.
Why? Because you have no balls. That's why. That's why. Because there's no sense of urgency. There's no guts. There's no fucking nothing. I'm sorry. Look, no one wants the Leafs to win more than I do, which is what I told Gabby. But I'm also going to say it like it is. You're not going to win playing like that. You won't win playing like that.
As
You're
long
right.
as long as that core is there,
You're not going to win nothing.
forget
Forget
it.
I don't
Forget
know.
it.
And you know what? I pray to Christ that they prove me wrong.
The only one worth keeping in my eyes, other than Matthew Nyes, is your best player, but
Willie,
is Willie. He's
That's
the
it.
only one worth keeping.
I know.
I don't know. I feel like even the guy that we thought was busted was not going to do nothing. Pacioretty.
Dude,
He's
been
your
their
best player.
Fuck.
He's been your best player.
Arguably,
That's
yeah.
another guy that
He's
would
been-
show up for playoffs.
Arguably, he's been your best player. Anyway, whatever. The hell with them. Anyway, I'm just saying, I had the debate with Gabby. You guys read the chat and they're like, I mean, you're always negative. Okay, maybe you think I'm negative. What? I'm just stating facts.
But think about all the cap space. If you let those guys go, even just those two that this free
Yeah,
agency,
but Mike, don't forget, you have to replace them.
I understand. But now, like the world is your oyster at that point. You've got so much money. Like you can go on a spending thrift, or you could do major trades and take on salary, not worry about it.
Yeah.
You could do all kinds of things. It gives you flexibility
See, look,
and freedom.
I'll give you something, okay? Everybody, but Marner gets his 100 points, whatever. I understand that. I totally understand that because the 100 points that he gets during the season gets you to the playoffs. I
Mhm.
get it. I follow. Okay, but once you get there, dude, you have to dance. You got to play with the best. And unfortunately, the rules change in the playoffs. The rules fucking change. It becomes a tough. There's no space out there. You see, we were watching the game with Frank last time, remember? And he's like, dude, they clog up that fucking center. They do.
Yeah.
No one's got space. You got to fight for that. And you know what that is? That's just hard work.
And the Panthers are dogs.
And Mike, I always like to say this, that, Yanni, let's say we're in the playoffs. The Canadians first line evens out with the Leafs first line. They match up, whatever. It's your 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 guys that do it, right? Yeah. When 5 of those guys don't have a fucking goal, dude, Scott Laughton. Scott Laughton fucking blow me. Get out of here. Okay? Get the fuck out of here. Okay? You've done okay, he's playing okay, whatever, right? But enough. Fucking put a puck in the net.
You gotta dress
Steven Lorentz and fucking and Bobby McMahon do 21 goals during the season. Yeah. Nothing.
I'm
zero.
disappointed with Bobby McMahon.
He's lost out there.
You gotta address Revo.
For what?
Because he has kakara.
Fucking clown could say he has kakara. Actually, you know what? Speaking of kakara, there was an actual fight last night.
Yeah.
There was a fight last night. Trent Frederick got fucking fed.
Yeah.
You got cracked. Anyway, whatever. Yeah. Let's move on. Whatever. Fuck that.
Go.
I want to talk about the Edmonton Oilers.
Yeah, let's go there.
Mike,
Here we go.
The Edmonton Oilers, Mike, we've been talking about their goaltending for months and months and months. And last night, Stuart Skinner did this to me. I got a text message with a hand going like this.
You got that from somebody else too?
Yeah.
Oh, no. We'll get to him after. Fucking douchebag.
Yeah. No, he showed up last night.
Dude, he showed up.
I think he was embarrassed by the Pickard thing. I think I think his ego got hurt and he feels like he has something to prove.
Well, look, bro, when the best player in the world and the second best player in the world play like the first and second best player in the world, you win.
Yep. Well, listen, what did I say the last time we spoke about the Oilers last episode? You go with the hot hand.
Of course.
Night over night. You don't have to say, this is the starter. This is, in their case, play the hot hand.
Of course. But Mike, I'm embarrassed to say, who's the backup?
I know who the backup is. I thought about it. Campbell.
No.
Campbell, bring Campbell back up.
It's that Zamboni guy from Toronto.
The fucking Aries. Seriously, who's the fucking backup?
I don't know.
It has to be Campbell.
He's
getting paid like fucking $8 million, man.
Yeah, but I think he's selling hot dogs in the stands.
Hey,
bro, come on.
You should talk. You gave fucking Carl Osner fucking the key to the city.
Wow. That's a name I haven't heard in a while.
Well, no, he's talking about giving $8 million. Dude, you get Carl Osner, his first daughter, and the fucking guy who's playing LeBron. Shut up.
There's also Scotty Gomez. You remember that one?
Well, Scotty Gomez at least played with you guys, but whatever.
Yeah, 1 goal in 8
years. Carl Osner is like nothing. Anyway, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, look, goalie, like he played well, Skinner. He played well. Man. He played well. I will say that Evander Kane has been a big factor.
I told you that last podcast. Did I not?
He's a dog.
I said it. I go, he has to be a changer. He's got to be a game breaker, and he is. He's such a fucking shit disturber. I love him.
I think that's the only team that could compete with fucking Florida for scumbags.
Scumbags?
Well, other than him.
Trent Frederick, him.
Corey Perry.
Corey Perry's a fucking worm. He's been a worm.
But this is what I mean.
Yeah,
but let's talk about him for a second. This guy's 40. And he's still effective.
Yeah. Great player.
He's still amazing.
But when I mean scumbag, I'm just saying he's a piece of shit to play against.
Yeah. And Yanni,
give me those guys.
You know who wins cups, Yanni?
Those guys.
Scumbags were fucking hard to play against.
They're fucking. And of course, like you mentioned, Connor friggin' Brown.
All they're missing is a Tom Wilson,
Dude,
bro.
Connor Brown is freaking me out. I'm like, where was this when you were with Toronto? Oh yeah, that's right. You missed the playoffs. But whatever.
You never got to see that side.
I know.
No. But yeah, look. I don't know. I think, look, if they keep playing like this, they can go. But this next series, which is obviously going to be Dallas, this next series,
Winnipeg doesn't stand a chance.
I thought Vegas was going to put up more of a fight. To be honest with you,
me too.
I think they're just tired.
No, Mike, you know what it is? I watched the games. It's Aiden Hill.
Yeah,
he's not playing up to par. What do you think, Andy? I just think
there's that, and I think they played a lot of playoff hockey in the last few years.
Well, nobody's played more than Florida. We can't fucking take care of them.
I know, but not every team's Florida.
Yeah.
You know, the Vegas Golden Knights are a little bit older too, I think.
They look tired.
You know, you got the Pietrangelos.
I think Aiden Hill's like laying an egg. Like
he was never that good.
Dude, he won him a fucking cup.
But he was never that
No, he wasn't that good. He was the best that year.
He wasn't I don't know.
And he wasn't the best.
Didn't Darcy Kemper win a cup too?
Yeah.
Did he?
Yeah. Colorado.
Colorado or Washington? No,
Colorado.
That's what I mean, bro. You have a good team in front of you. Like, you're the last one.
I think they're just tired.
Yeah.
But this next series with Dallas, this is going to be.
So we're already moving ahead?
To me, this is the Stanley Cup.
We're moving ahead.
That's the Stanley Cup final, because if they get through Dallas, they can get through anything.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
Like that's. I'm nervous about that.
Yeah, that Dallas.
You know, imagine if Dallas still had Stankoven too.
Yeah, but you have Rantanen.
Yeah,
instead.
I understand, but you got a Logan, dude. For me, not because he was a podcast guest.
dude, they
Great
got fucking
fucking player.
Rantanen. They got Rantanen. They
great
don't even
fuck-
fucking remember that Stankoven was there.
I don't know, bro.
Rantanen's a savage.
Okay, so
I don't
let's
know.
get to Stankoven and the
Yeah.
Colorado,
Like
Carolina.
the Carolina Hurricanes, dude. The first two games are like, can somebody, I don't know, sing me a fucking lullaby or something? But the last one got nasty,
Yeah.
and Wilson started being an idiot again. He started making fun of, you know, that thing that they do in Carolina. They clap there. He
Yeah.
started making fun of it.
Caniacs.
Bro, you're losing. Stop being an idiot.
You're
and-
losing.
Yeah, you're losing. So it doesn't matter.
But that's
Ovechkin-
how he is.
Mike, I told you this before when we started the playoffs, and I said I'm not a believer in the Washington Capitals. I knew they were going to get through Montreal. I didn't want them to, but I knew they were gonna. But I'm like, after the whole Ovi thing, you know, there's
That was their season.
that was their to me
Yeah.
because nothing's happening. Nothing. They're not doing anything.
Well, Logan Thompson's look pedestrian.
I know.
Hey,
What happened?
all his luck ran out against Montreal, guys. How many posts did they hit? No, but for real, think about it. Think about all the posts and all the random saves he made that he shouldn't have made.
Yeah.
That was all of it. That was all his
I don't
luck
know.
for the year.
I'm not a believer, Mike. I'm sorry. I'm just not a believer.
I think it's I think the motivation for the
It's gone.
Gretzky record was it.
That was it. Yeah, and Carolina, they play a freaking perfect game. They're always
Man on man.
right. They're always positioned correctly. And
Well, their
I'm gonna
coach
say
is
it.
a
I'm gonna
student.
say it again. Freddie Anderson is sticking it in my ass, man. This guy, I've been saying for fucking 10 years, you're not gonna win nothing
We
with this
had
clown.
put a bet in.
I
Yeah,
know,
you
I
did.
know, I know.
All right. We said, is he going to finish the series?
Well, no, he was already hurt. He missed.
No, but is he going to finish this series?
Oh, that I don't know. Because he was hurt. He was hurt.
Look, I
Trudeau
hope
was
for the
hurt.
guy.
Trudeau
I
was
don't want
hurt.
him to get hurt, but
No,
chances are he's going to get hurt.
But yeah,
But yeah, and they re-signed him. So
for another year. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what the fuck they see out there. That Talusti guy, whatever his name is.
Hey, man,
Listen,
look at them. They're in the
they're
playoffs.
they're all right next to the third round right now. They're
I
just
know,
about there.
But they're gonna get whoever comes out of the East, bro. Unless it's Florida, you're gonna get so fucking hammered. Go to Home Depot. Go Home Depot. Go in the hammer
Can I
section.
just throw something out there?
Yeah.
Imagine a Stanley Cup final of Florida
and
and Dallas.
Ay.
Can you imagine how violent that series is going to
Jesus
be?
Christ. You have to start getting Michael Buffer's brother to start doing it.
Yeah.
Fighting out of the
Yeah, they're gonna lose their fucking marbles.
Yeah, I
That's
know.
gonna be tough.
It's
But you see, Mike, see what gets you there? It's toughness that gets you
Yeah.
there.
But in actuality, I think we can totally see. I think there's a very strong chance of seeing a rematch of last year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd love to see that. I'd love to see that.
And I think at that point, one team has an axe to grind.
No, absolutely.
You know,
And I'd love to
that's
see-
my hope.
I'd
That's
love
my
to
hope.
see. Listen, obviously we're from Canada. I'd love to see the cup come back to Canada, and
If Connor, like this is his time. This is the time. Like
We've been saying
Draisaitl-
this every year.
Like no, but this is it because next year's his last year, right on the contract.
yes,
Yes.
last year or the one after.
Next year.
Okay.
So this is it. Like if they don't go to the dance again and lose, and he's
not
up
gonna
and
sign.
he's in a contract
That's
year,
right, he's not gonna
it's
sign.
gonna be like, oh boy.
He's not gonna sign.
You know what I mean?
They're
Like
gonna, they're gonna have
yeah.
to give him every
Higher
penny of every
chances.
bank in the fucking Edmonton.
Higher chance of signing with TNT with Biz instead of signing with the Oilers.
yeah.
Fuck.
but if they do it, he will resign. And he'll stay because Draisaitl resigned, so he'll stay with him.
Yeah. Oh well.
But this cup run is going to be very important.
All I know is that honestly, the playoffs here this year in 2025 been fucking incredible. Incredible.
The
There's been some
refing has been
the refing.
inconsistent.
But I told you, Yanni, you know what? I'm not a guy that's going to blame the referee because I find it always evens out, bro. It always
Sure.
evens out.
Sure, but
It just sometimes it's the timing of the things. You know what I mean?
there's certain things, man, that I saw this year, not just against the Habs.
No, it's everywhere. Yeah.
I was like, how are
Look,
you doing your job? Like,
Yeah.
I
yeah,
could
yeah.
get 20 people that could do a better job.
Come on. Who was it that tapped the referee?
I forget.
What was his name? Anyway, somebody missed a call and he tapped his leg. And dude, you don't do that. And now they're not suspending him.
I know.
What
It's
the fuck was his name?
I can't remember who it was.
Anyway, was it somebody in Dallas?
Might
Anyway,
have
whatever.
been, yeah.
Might have been.
Anyway, somebody tapped the referee and they're like, they're not suspending him.
Yeah.
That's a no-no.
Yeah.
That's a no-no. You can't do that. Can't do that. Anyway,
Refs.
so we talked about the 4 games. We have a bit of time left. I want to, because we're from Montreal, we're going to talk about the Habs again.
Oh,
Yeah. So, guys, we all know, because it's 30 years that we know, the Montreal Canadiens need a second line centerman to play with that Demidov god that apparently is supposed to be the second coming. He's a fucking
He
piece
needs
of
a center.
Western bread.
He needs a center.
He needs a center. Okay. Now, this is my question. Who should they chase? UFA, RFA, fucking WKRP, whatever, anything you want. Just
In Cincinnati.
yeah, in Cincinnati. Yeah, he wasn't even.
He doesn't
fucking-
know what that
He
is.
wasn't even
so it's
sperm.
okay.
Like
Yeah.
the time.
Damn, son.
So yeah, who should they chase? Yanni, start with you. You're the Canadians fan. Who do
should
you
they
want? Who do you want?
chase? Who should
Second
they
line
chase?
center.
Second line, I winger, whatever, anybody, somebody to play with him.
Well, look, depending on what the salary is, I wouldn't be against a John Tavares. I'm not saying to sign him for
big
10 million.
statement.
That- I
Not
was
a
gonna say
10
John
million.
Tavares.
I think John Tavares is a perfect number
I was
two.
gonna say he's the perfect fit. He is
He's good with the kids. he's
absolutely
good-
exactly. He is the absolute perfect fit. If you sign him for 2 years, 3 years, you're good.
That,
Even if you
that
want
would,
7-8 million, because to make
that would be a move.
a 7 million there, you're gonna have to give him fucking 150 million here in Quebec, right? Because half of it goes to fucking
you know,
taxes.
He's a little
have to
bit
go to
younger
greater
than my
taxes.
other choice. My other choice would be Claude Giroux.
Well, there was talk about that.
I-
He
I-
said that
I-
he wants to play here.
If I had the choice of the two, I'd go with John Tavares, not because I'm a Leafs fan. I just think John Tavares still has the fucking point of game player.
He's still got
Mhm.
game.
He's still got game, John Tavares.
I don't know. It's
Still
like
got-
a point per game, I think.
good in the
Yeah.
in the circle, good in the
Smart
face-off,
defensively.
smart, responsible, and you know what that means. The floodgates could open for a guy like Demidov, right?
Yeah.
When if he doesn't have to worry about going back and doing this or whatever, because John Tavares
Mhm.
will do that for you. You can do what you do best and like shoot the puck and score
Yeah.
goals, right?
Exactly.
What did Zach Foucali tell us about him? That if there's anything about Demidov, he's got a shot. He's got a fucking NHL
Was
shot.
it Demidov or Michkov he was talking about?
Demidov.
Both
Was it
Demidov
Demidov?
and
Yeah,
Michkov.
sure,
Yeah,
sure.
he goes, man, he's got a fucking shot.
Yeah.
Like, God damn, he's got a legit shot.
He needs
Yeah.
to be playing with the right people.
So you think John Tavares, Mike? Who would
Well,
you get?
I
Who
mean,
would you, grab?
okay, it depends. Like, yeah, he's a good choice. He is a good
Anybody
choice.
else?
But I think, okay, Montreal, if we saw anything in that Washington series, they need beef.
They need toughness. Yeah, of course.
They need beef. So on that level alone,
Okay.
that rat in Florida,
Yeah.
Sam Bennett,
yeah.
he's a UFA. That helps in that department.
But Mike.
But is he skilled enough to play with a Demidov? Maybe not.
Well, listen, he's skilled enough to play Matthew Tkachuk.
Yeah, he is, but it's a different
It's
game.
a different kind of skill. Yeah.
Yeah. But he's a monster. He's
Yeah.
tough.
Yeah.
He's one. Another guy that's a UFA that no one's talking about, Jamie Benn.
Jamie
Mhm.
Benn's old though now, Mike. He's older. Sorry, he's not fucking 100, but
Yeah.
he's older.
But and then I've heard rumors
Duchesne.
like Matt Duchesne, Nick Ehlers is, and I know we just talked about him being a regular season guy,
Same thing.
but he's Patrick Liney's best friend.
Yeah, but Patrick Laine ain't gonna be here for the long
Yeah.
run.
I don't think he's here long.
I don't
me
even think he's
neither.
gonna be
Well,
here
he's
next
got one
year.
more year. That's
I don't
it.
even think he's gonna be here next year.
But
Think they move him?
for
Yeah,
center,
no,
okay,
move him,
but
no.
hang on a second. For UFAs, these guys, what we're talking about, that
Yeah.
but no one's talking about the RFAs and the offer sheets, which Jeff Gordon said he's happy to do.
He has to say that.
Yes, but
I
I'm
think you
just
forgot one, Brock Besser.
well, he's a winger, but yes.
It'd be a nice little addition. I
Yeah.
think.
But like Brock Besser would be amazing. Brock Nelson's out
How
there
about,
too.
how about Brock Nelson? I was just gonna say, how about
Yeah.
Brock Nelson? Big guy, tough guy, plays hard, plays every shift, very
Yeah.
hard.
But why couldn't
Still-
they offer sheet Gabriel Velarde?
You can, but this is Gabriel Velarde, the toughness, you picture Velarde playing with Demidov? See, I don't see
More
it.
than I see Sam Bennett.
Really.
Because it's not the same game, right? Like
Yeah.
like Demidov's a skill guy. Anyway, I there's a lot of
Okay.
guys. I think the Tavares thing is cool. I worry about the age, but he's still got it.
My first choice was, and I said it last week, I'm gonna say it again. You do whatever you can to get fucking Dylan Larkin out of Detroit. whatever-
That's a trade.
That's what I just said. Do whatever you can to
Yeah.
get him out of there. Give them whatever they want. They want a first rounder. They want a roster player. Obviously, don't give them fucking Suzuki and Caulfield and whatever. I'm not a retard,
Mhm.
but I'm just saying, if they want Ryan Backer, they want this and that. Just go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could.
I
see
think
that.
I see. Man, he's a tough customer. He's good. He's good in the circle. I think Dylan Larkin would do wonders for this kid.
One other guy that
You're
we've
not
talked.
wrong. You're not wrong.
One other guy that we've talked about on this show, and there were rumors of, and it's coming up again, of course, is Zegras.
No.
But those
Guys.
rumors. No, but I'm not saying I agree with it. I'm saying the rumors are out there.
There can be. Stop it with this fucking.
No, but
Zegras
him
stuff.
because
Can I
why?
ask a
Because he's
question?
Caulfield's best friend. right?
So what? I'm your best friend. We're not fucking working together. No,
Yeah.
this is my, look. Can somebody tell me what's the big fucking deal with the Zegras guy?
Well, in junior, he was amazing.
Okay, in junior, yeah. So what? You know what? Me too.
His-
40 years ago, I was skinny. So what? That has nothing to do with anything.
His rookie year with Anaheim, he got like what 65, 70 points, something like that.
Yeah.
Like that. That was his.
He can't stay healthy.
No, that's the big thing. It feels like it has Kirby Doc written all over it.
Yeah.
You know,
I can't see him as a team player. This kid.
I think that's his biggest thing.
What's the fucking big deal with this kid? Like, what's he done? Has he won a cup? Has he won a fuck? Has he? Get out of here. Hasn't he played-
this
But
is
look
the
at
guy-
the team he's on.
I know.
You know, this is the guy that's going to have the cross crease wide open from behind the net, give a 45-degree pass, and he's going to try Michiganing it instead.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't see what the fucking big spiel is about this kid. Oh, you know, whatever. Trevor Ziegler. Fuck off. He hasn't done anything, man.
No.
Hasn't done. I know you're gonna say, well, neither has Dylan Larkin. Look at the point of Dylan Larkin. Look, he fights. He you know, captain material.
No,
Is like
he's
fuck.
a captain.
Exactly. You know, who do you see in the room? You know, helping out Demidov in the room.
Yeah.
You see Dylan Larkin doing it, or you see fucking Trevor Ziegler doing it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
There's a few other nice little names, you know, like
There's all
Michael
kinds of names.
Granlunds and
but
dude, he played
Good-
fucking great this year.
yes, Yanni, good player, but I don't see him being the answer to Demidov or whatever. You know?
Well, to be perfectly honest, let's be straight. If Demidov is as advertised,
Yeah.
he's going on the first line.
With Suzuki.
Yes.
So
So
what-
Suzuki's going to be his center.
So it's gonna be him,
ultimately.
Suzuki, and Caulfield.
I think so.
Yeah,
So
then you have
Slav loses. So
Slav goes
loses-
to 2.
Nevertheless, you still need a second line center.
Absolutely. But like
And a
you,
third.
if let's just say Demidov becomes what everyone thinks.
Okay.
Let's just say that.
Let's just say, yeah.
You're going to keep him on the second line?
Well, 1 and 2 play the same amount.
No, but you're going to put him
but
on the
Mike-
top line with the top
Mike,
center on
1,
the
2,
team.
1, 2 play the same amount.
Yeah,
and then they play the power
But you're
play.
going to put him with the top center on the
depends
team.
on chemistries.
You're gonna
depends
put him
on
with
all
the
that.
top.
with Suzuki. Yeah,
The 3 of those guys together will make stuff happen. They just will.
I guess.
I hope.
So, and then you could put Slav on the second and figure that out. But yes, they need, regardless, they need a center. Yes,
Okay.
they need a center.
All right.
Maybe they'll get Connor McDavid.
Well,
Okay.
you know, if all else fails, we could do what fucking Bergevin had did back in the day. Christian Dvorak's available.
You know what? You know what? He showed up in the playoffs. See
yeah,
what
he
you want.
know
played
what?
well. He
He
played
played
well.
well.
Let's get what's his name? Let's get Mitch Marner.
No,
Well, somebody's gonna give him the pass. That's for damn sure.
he's going to
get
Utah,
passes
bro.
now. Anyway, guys, listen. This was a cute little episode. It was
Yeah.
fun, hey, tonight.
Yeah.
So we'll be back again next week with hopefully the results of these 4 games, these 4 series,
Mhm.
and we'll shit on everybody who won and everybody who lost, and we'll be the 3 guys on the couch again. That's what we should have called this podcast. 3 guys on the fucking
3 guys on the couch.
3 guys on the couch watching hockey.
I think I prefer Puck Nation.
Yeah. All right, guys. So listen, thank you all very much for sticking around, guys. Our listeners, our sponsors, our subscribers. Thank you. Go check us out on what is it, Yanni? Say
Everywhere.
everywhere. Yeah, all those books and Facebooks and Instagrams and whatever. And please, another thank you to our dear friends over at Red One. Go see them over for all your musical needs at 2069 Chartier in Dorval. You can give them a shout at 514-225-2226. You tell them Puck Nation sent you. They'll help you out with all your needs. Again, guys, this was fun. Thank you so much, Mike. Have a good one. Yanni, have a good one. Guys, we'll see you again next week. See ya.
Have a good one, boys.
Bye.